Hi, I'm in a bit of a weird place because the light is awful today in this living room. So it's me and Mini Matt, as you can see over there. We're both doing this vlog today. um, yeah, this is my little 2 foot companion Matt. He was a secret Santa that got out of hand. That's all I'm going to say about that. Like, if you know, you know, basically. He has an Instagram page as well, Amy and Mini Matt. We have an Instagram page that we share. We spend nights in taking photos. That's all you need to know about us, really. Yeah, I was looking through some old blogs earlier because why not? I was just bored. And I was looking through the one where I talked about my scrapbook and how I wrote letters to people that I'd been to see in shows, and I'd written to people that I'd seen in shows a long time ago, and kind of got through their like agent address and sent stuff through, and people that I admired from TV and all that kind of palaver. And the last post that I did in this book, which I love, was Luke McCall, and that was like months ago. Like, I can't begin to explain to you how excited I was when I got the Luke McCall letter through because I love him. He's the youngest ever man in West End history to understudy the role of Phantom and Jean Valjean, which is really cool, and I love him for it. And it helps that he's quite aesthetically pleasing to look at. That's always a bonus. Yeah, got a bit distracted then, went into my own head a little bit. Going to do a bit of an update on the book, and I'm going to do it out of sync because since I posted last, I've actually had 2 of my favourite ever replies. Jordan Luke Gage is still at number 1 just purely because he put my letter on his dressing room wall and was like, yeah, this is next to a picture of his family and stuff before he goes on in my letter, which was crazy. It's crazy that my letter was pride of place in the Star dressing room at the Dominion Theatre. Just blows my little tiny brain a little bit. But yeah, that's number 1. But I've had, I think, number 2 and number 3 since then. I've had some blinders, don't get me wrong, further up the book that we've already covered. I mean, Craig sending a little thank you note, Craig Mather. That was amazing. That's probably top 5. So I'm going to go out of sync in the book a little bit because I want to kind of hold off my favourite one till last. Just because when I get there, you'll see how much I love it. So I'm going to kind of keep my finger in the page because I will lose it and have to ramble. So since the time of Luke, I wrote to Ben Forster, even though I've met him, because earlier in the book I talked about how I'd met him at West End Live 2017. Got a photo with him, but I wrote to him and said, can I have your autograph for my scrapbook? I explained the scrapbook to him. So he sent me 2. He sent me a proper little autograph page autograph and a letter saying thanks for writing. He signed it off from his dogs. So he signed it from Winnie, Nellie and Ben. Brilliant. And put a little extra one in there. So that's cool. I like that a lot. Ben Forster, good egg. And that only took like a week for him to write back, which I think is really, really sweet. I'd written this next letter before I did the blog, and this is a little bit of a slow reply, but I'm totally cool with that. Like, you know, they say on average it takes about 4 months for someone to write back to you, and I've had a really, really good run of quick replies, so I can't begrudge anyone taking any longer than that whatsoever, and I wouldn't because, you know, they don't have to do any of this. This is just me basically throwing stamps away and hoping to get something back out of it, so I'm not just going to be, you know, a Burke about it. But Leslie Joseph, who I saw in Young Frankenstein and absolutely loved, she's genuinely the funniest performer I've ever seen in a musical, and I love the fact that at the finale, when they all came out and did the bows, normally you get like rapturous cheers, and then the star, like leading man or whatever, comes out, and the audience jumps to the feet. They jumped on the feet for Leslie Joseph. She was like 4 people before Hadley Fraser, but she came out and the auditorium went nuts, and rightfully so. So she sent me a little autograph there. That's cool. We like Leslie Joseph. She's a good egg. Genuinely hilarious as Frau Blucher. Genuinely one of the funniest people I've ever seen on stage. Next one. God, I miss Kinky Boots. Yeah, he's the star of Kinky Boots. Spoiler alert. He's the understudy, or he was the understudy for Ollie Thompson. Called Jordan Fox, and he was at last year's West End Live, if you want to look that up. Yeah, and he's from round here. He's a northern lad, and I'm really pleased with that. And he sent me something back on Kinky Boots card. I like it when they put the show on because then I'm like, oh my god, that's what I loved them from. So yeah, Jordan Fox has sent me that little kinky card. No, that sounds wrong. That could be something else entirely. I don't think I'm his type. Let's not worry about that one. Okay, so here's a goodie. Musical theatre themed again, and I've just realised I've got like 3 Phantoms in this book now because I got Scott Davies. If you don't know who Scott Davies is, and you know, I guess why should you? Sorry, we're just getting comfy. He is the alternate Phantom. So it's a bit complex. Obviously, Phantom is a big show, and 8 shows a week can really take it out of your voice. As Geronimo Rauch found out, he went off with laryngitis about 2 months in, had to basically like retrain his voice muscles. So they have an alternate, and it's about 2 shows a week that Scott does, and he does it not as an understudy. He is like scheduled for 2 shows a week, and then there's an understudy. Obviously, if one of them's on holiday, it'll da 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 da. So yeah, I wrote to Scott Davies and said, I've seen you a couple of times as Phantom. I've kind of seen, and I've seen him twice. I've seen Phantom 5 times. Yeah, twice. Seen Scott twice, Ben twice, Geronimo once. I'd love to write to Geronimo Rauch, but he doesn't live in this country, and I don't really know where I stand on that. So if anybody knows how to write abroad and put a self-addressed envelope in with stamps on, like, I don't understand it. So yeah, Scott Davies wrote me a letter and put in a card. That's a Phantom theme to do that. I don't know why they do that, but I'm enjoying it. And he's just put, thank you so much for your other letter. I'm really pleased that you enjoy the show. It's a very special role that I enjoy playing very much. Thank you very much for your kind words. Best regards, Scott. And he's put in a little card as well saying, you know, much love, Scott Davies. So he's good. We like him. I'm going to flip ahead again in this next page because I really, really like this page. This is, and I'm going to come not almost immediately back to it. I like to call this my TV detective themed area of the book, okay? So here is, oh god, I've got my fingers in like 4 pages here now. So here is Mr. James Norton. Oh my god. Beautiful man, beautiful man. If I was a betting woman, which I normally only am for royal babies, I'd have money on him being the next Bond. Because I mean, just look at him. Yeah, I love James Norton because if you've ever seen Happy Valley, he's horrible in that. Like, he's really, really horrendous. You'd be frightened of him. But if you like him in Grantchester, he's just such a nice, like, clean-cut vicar. Yeah, beautiful man. Brilliant actor. I absolutely love him. So I was really pleased when that came back after, like, 10 days or something. Like, you know, man's a genius. Love him. So yeah, I was really pleased. That's why it says need it. I don't even mean the autograph, I just mean him. Continuing in the detective, Inspector Barnaby. I love Midsummer Murders. Like, I absolutely love Midsummer Murders. I think I'm the only person in the world who has a favourite episode of Midsummer Murders. And if you're interested, it's the one with the Pudding Club, Murder on St. Mally's Day, if you want the title. And I am absolutely buzzing that I have seen somebody from that episode in Half a Sixpence. Like, I was delighted when I watched it back after I'd been to see the show and saw her in that. Oh my god, I was chuffed to busting. It's my favourite episode. This isn't an Inspector... is it Tom or John? I get them so muddled up about which way. John. This is John Barnaby, the cousins. Apparently in some countries it's called the Inspector Barnaby Show, which is why they had to make him cousins. So if he ever leaves, I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, he's put best wishes from Midsummer. I used to love Neil Budgeon in, what the bloody hell is it called? Mrs. Bradley. He played the sidekick in that. He's from like Donny, so yeah, we like him. I'm chuffed that he says best wishes from Midsummer. That's cool. So I like that very much. But I'm going to flip back to another TV detective now, and I love Endeavour. Like, I absolutely love Endeavour. They went through a phase a couple of seasons ago where they put in like little in-jokes. Like, they must have had a new writer. And I genuinely had to pause the TV at one point for one of the jokes because they had one episode where they were in a cinema and the character that I'm about to show you, Fred Thursday, said that when he was a kid he used to watch Maroon Cartoons, which is the cartoon company from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I loved that. They had an episode set in Crossroads Motel. God, that brilliant, well done. my favourite reference, I've got a funny feeling it's the one with Hadley Fraser in it as well, is when Fred and Win go ballroom dancing and they're in a competition and the announcer says from the Stuart Hargreaves School of Dance, like as in Heidi High, and I honestly, tears were streaming down my face that they were at the Yvonne and Barry Stuart Hargreaves School of Dance. I wish I could explain to you how funny I found that. But I wrote to Roger Allen because he's also the original Inspector Javert in Les Mis. By the way, back in '85, he was the Inspector Javert that you hear on the original soundtracks, and he's got such a recognisable voice. Like, if you don't know his face, you'd know his voice. And this was like a slow reply. So he sent me a picture back as Fred Thursday, in best wishes to Amy. He's also enclosed a little note on note-headed paper, which I really love, which I will proceed to read out, and you'll see why I enjoy it. It says, "Dear Amy, many apologies for the extreme lateness of this reply. I'm afraid your letter fell behind a chest of drawers. Roger Allen." I love that. Like, you're Inspector Javert. You don't need to define yourself or say a reason why you wouldn't write back to some pleb like me. But I like the fact that he's polite enough to feel the need to explain why it took him slightly longer than perhaps some others to write back to me. I really, really love that. Roger Allen, polite man. These are the things we've learned in writing letters. It's very interesting. But yeah, I love that. Now, I'm going to skip back way up the book because almost immediately after I did the last post with Luke McCall, it was the very next reply that I got that I really, really love. And it's probably my second favourite reply after Jordan Luke Gage. And when I show you, you'll see why. And I've shown this to like loads of people at work and just roundabout because lots of people I know love the show that this is from. So I love Friday Night Dinner. Like, I love it. I get obsessed with it. I binge watch it on Netflix and on All 4. I'm excited for new series, and it's perfect. It's a perfect show. It's exactly like people's lives. It's exactly like family life as we know it. And I wrote, obviously, to Johnny, played by Tom Rosenthal. And I got this reply. Okay, Friday Night Dinner themed, put it right in front there. You will notice that he has put Shalom, Amy. And he's also not only signed it and put a smiley face, he's put puss face next to Adam, like that. It's brilliant. It's like he's just gone, she loves Friday Night Dinner, I'm going to play into that. And he's put all that on there. And honestly, I love it. I laughed my head off when I opened that letter and that came out. Oh my God, it was brilliant. It was really brilliant. I love that they take the time to do stuff like that. I mean, they don't have to. They don't have to do anything. No, these people don't owe me anything. This is just me writing in on the off chance going, please, can I just be a geek and tell you how much I love you? And how much I love the shows that you're in. So, yeah, the fact that they do that is brilliant. And there really genuinely is nothing more exciting than seeing an envelope fall on your doormat with your name and your own handwriting, because you just think, oh my God, who is it? Which one of these people has sent me something back? I'm like halfway through the book now, look. It's like halfway, maybe a bit less than halfway actually, because it's padded out by autographs. Also, update on some of the people in here. Bear with. Gonna flick through till I find the thing that I'm looking for. I got really excited because I now have an Oscar winner in here. I wrote to Olivia Colman just because I thought she was so relatable when I saw her in Who Do You Think You Are? And she was like, I'm not an exciting person. I'm boring. I go home and put my pyjamas on and watch TV. And I loved her in Peep Show. I basically love her in everything that she's in. So when she won an Oscar, I was chuffed to busting that all of a sudden I had an Oscar winner in here amongst like your Mary Berry and people that have understudied roles on the West End. I think that's brilliant. She was also a really quick replier, which I'm besotted with. So yeah, I absolutely love this woman. Yeah, hopefully I'll have a bit more of an update in another few months with a few more people on. I might write some letters this afternoon. I have not yet decided. I do enjoy writing the letters. I find it hard sometimes to put into words why I am writing to people. I sometimes think they must find it a bit weird when they open their post or their agent opens post and there's like That's me throwing the book down. And there's like some idiot just going, I really like you. Can you write something for me? And put it on a bit of paper and post it. But yeah, big fan of doing it. Do you know what? It's a cheap hobby. Some people go out and do crack. This is a damn sight cheaper and it's a lot better for you, let me tell you. So yeah, that's my afternoon planned. I'm going to put on a pot of tea and I'm going to write some notes, write some letters. So if anyone would like to join me in this hobby, by all means get yourself a scrapbook and away we go. Let's have a competition. I'm trying to think of who I haven't really written to yet. I think I probably need to go see some more shows to write to people. That'd be good. Tend to have quite a high success rate on West End stars. Don't know why. Need some more leading men in my life to go write to. And also, yeah, do you want to know if anyone knows how to go about doing that? Hit me up. Send me some stamps. Work out how it works. Gonna go get the kettle on now so I can start writing. Oh god, I can't find the stop button. This is a nightmare. Where is it?